How to use a portable fire extinguisher, presented by SEO Fire and Life Safety, putting people first for over 20 years. Before you can effectively use a portable fire extinguisher, you need to know a few things. What type of fire are you going to be fighting? What kind of fire extinguisher do you have at your disposal? How can you safely fight a fire using a portable fire extinguisher? Well, let's start with the types or the classifications of fire. There are 5 classes of fire. A class, ordinary combustible fires. Class A fire consists of paper, greenery, textiles, and many plastics. Class A fires can be fought with a Class A rated pressurized water fire extinguisher or an ABC dry chemical fire extinguisher. Think of the letter A for an ash, the residue that's left behind from a Class A type of fire. Class B, flammable liquids. Class B fires consist of flammable, combustible liquids or gases. Class B fires can be fought with B-rated dry chemical fire extinguishers such as ABC or BC. Or you can use a carbon dioxide, which is a BC-rated fire extinguisher. Think of the letter B for things that boil, which is what liquids do before they actually burn. Never use water on a Class B fire. You may trap yourself. Water can never be used on a Class B fire. C-class fires. Electrical equipment. Class C fires consist of energized electrical equipment, kitchen appliances, switch gears, faulty wiring, many power tools. Class C fires can be fought with a Class C rated carbon dioxide fire extinguisher or dry chemical fire extinguisher. Think of the letter C for circuit, which is part of most electrical equipment. Never ever use water on a C-class fire. You could be seriously injured or electrocuted. Always assume, and this is the safest thing, if it can be plugged in, that it is plugged in, and never ever use water on a C-class fire. Class D, combustible metals. Class D fires consist of combustible metals such as sodium, potassium, magnesium, and aluminum. Class D fires can be fought with a Class D rated large volume dry chemical powder extinguisher only. Think of the letter D for dangerous, which is what a Class D fire is. No household should ever have to deal with a Class D fire, and many times a fire extinguisher alone will not put it out. People in construction, other manufacturing facilities may work with Class D materials, which are flammable metals. And if you do, make yourself aware of the safety procedures around these metals and find out where the extinguisher is. It could save your life. The newest rating in fire protection is K, combustible cooking equipment. Class K consists of vegetable oils, animal oils, fats, other things in the cooking appliances. Class K fires can be fought only with a Class K rated wet chemical solution. Think of the letter K for cooking, which is what causes a Class K fire. These are large and dangerous fires, and they occur mostly in industrial or restaurant kitchens. You should not have a Class K fire at home. Typically, fire extinguishers are found with multiple ratings such as ABC or BC. The most important thing to remember, though, is to use the right extinguisher for the right kind of fire. For instance, if you had a small grease fire in your kitchen, that classifies as a B flammable liquid. If you have an ABC rated fire extinguisher, you'd be able to put out the fire because that particular extinguisher is rated for B class fires. It's also rated for A class fires and C class fires. Therefore, if we were to recommend a fire extinguisher for your home, it would be an ABC rated fire extinguisher. Step 1. If you're confronted with a fire in your work or home environment, your first action should always be to activate the building fire alarm or send someone else to do it for you. Only after the fire alarm is sounding should you consider using a fire extinguisher. If there isn't a fire alarm, then you must raise the alarm and warn others of the fire. Yell fire. You should not try to fight a fire if it's generating a substantial amount of smoke. Smoke is dangerous. Smoke will kill you. You want to avoid smoke at all costs. You should never try to fight a fire if it is in close proximity of other flammables or combustible materials. As an example, if a small fire starts near a pile of trash, rubbish, or construction debris, it may not be safe. There could be anything there. Evacuate. It's always safer to evacuate. Never fight a fire if it's too large to handle with one fire extinguisher, or you don't even know where the fire extinguisher is. Never fight a fire if you're unsure or you're not comfortable for any reason. These are all reasons not to fight a fire. It's better to back away, close the door, contain the fire, allow the fire department to do their job. Call 911. No matter, even if you use a fire extinguisher and you believe that you've put the fire out, there's no excuse for not calling 911. The fire department are the only ones who are equipped to tell you the fire is actually out. So remember, if you use it at home or you use it in the workplace, always call 911. Step 2, you have to determine the class of the fire. You've decided you're going to fight the fire. Is it an A class, B class, C class, D, or K? You'll know by the work environment you're in. Step 3, verify that the extinguisher you'll be using is rated for the class of fire you have to fight. Better than that, know the extinguisher in the area that you are working in before you even begin work. If you work in different areas of a building or you move around a lot, then you want to make yourself aware of the fire extinguishers in your work environment immediately. That way, it can save you valuable time because you've already familiarized yourself with the fire extinguisher itself and the ratings that they have. As an example, if you work in an office tower and you only have A-class fire extinguisher and your computer's on fire, we know our computer is a C-class fire, so we wouldn't want to use water. Now you know it's best to evacuate. Remember, when you evacuate, close the door and call 911 from a safe place. Step 4. Step 4 is use the extinguisher to put out the fire by employing the PASS technique. PASS is a 4-letter word that reminds us of the operation of a portable fire extinguisher. We'll go over that now. The PASS technique. P. Pull the pin of the extinguisher. The pin normally prevents accidental discharge and it removes and unlocks the triggering mechanism. Don't squeeze the lever as you remove the pin, but instead hold the extinguisher by the lower handle. This will allow you to pull the pin out easily. A. Very important. Aim the nozzle at the base of the fire. This is where the fuel is actually burning. It's important you aim at the base. Also, you want to do this with your back to the door and about 10 to 12 feet back from the fire itself. S. Squeeze. Squeeze the handle levers. This allows the pressurized extinguisher agent to be discharged onto the target area. Squeeze tightly, you're going to come into some resistance. It is under pressure. But as soon as you have the handles depressed, don't let go. Squeeze tight. And the last S, and this is the important part of the technique, is sweep from side to side. Work the extinguisher agent over the entire surface of the fire, starting at the closest point and forcing it back. As you move forward, sweeping side to side, watch for possible reignition. If you believe the fire has gone out or the extinguisher all of a sudden stops working, just lay the extinguisher on the ground, back away, close the door, continue your evacuation, and remember to call 911. There's never any excuse for not calling 911. If you have any questions or concern, now is the time to ask us. Live or simulated training is going to commence when the questions have been addressed. We want you to remember something. Using a portable fire extinguisher at the workplace is a voluntary act. We want you to know, so if you have questions, please ask them.